Warning, we are a spoilers podcast. At times we are also an offensive podcast. And we are most certainly a verbally explicit podcast. So if you fear for any of your delicate sensibilities, please back up now before you reach the point of no return. Alright, pussies, this is your final warning.
Welcome to another ill-conceived episode of Cinematic Anarchy. We are here tonight with the main crew. We have Miss B.
Hello.
Who I could barely hear there.
Hello.
There we go, much better.
Words.
And Mr. Omar.
Hello.
Or Mr. Maestro, whatever you want to call him. I've been calling you Mr. Maestro.
Then.
Yeah? A little bit of singing from Omar.
I don't know. I was just thinking about Kurt Cobain for a moment there.
Okay. And this evening we are going to be discussing two Quentin Tarantino films, one directed by and one written by. We'll be discussing... Oh, pardon me for a minute as I clear my throat. We'll be discussing True Romance and Reservoir Dogs, and I think we should start with the one where we've all actually watched the film, because Omar skipped over the dogs, but he has seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it many times. It's one of my favorites.
Well, next time we do a double feature or multiple feature, we should make sure that they're all free.
Very true. Yeah,
that would help.
Yeah, I went and purchased the movies. I didn't just rent them.
Because I gotta be saving this week, and Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I saw both.
Free double features. Well, next week will be easier to do because you just pick out a Gary Oldman movie and they're everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing Gary Oldman hasn't been in. The fuck? I guarantee you. Fuck it. I don't know. I guarantee you, if you look in the background, he'll be standing in the background of Twilight or some shit, just hey, what the fuck is up?
Like this.
And you wouldn't be able to recognize him because Gary Oldman's one of those fucking people that can change character easily.
As an actor, I love Gary Oldman because he's the actor that you won't remember Gary Oldman. You remember the character.
Yeah.
No, I mean he's not an easy guy to forget at all. And this particular role for him, Drexel Spivey, the white Rastafarian pimp, was probably one of my favorite roles of his of all time, because he always goes over the top with his characters, but this one and maybe the character, the evil character from Fifth Element, were probably my favorites of his.
Yeah. I love Brad Pitt's character in this. Just always on the couch, yeah, man, I know who they are. No, you want to smoke a bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't want to smoke a bowl with Drexel. No, you don't want to do that at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Brad Pitt's character.
Oh, Brad Pitt. Yeah, right?
Floyd.
Such a small role, Floyd. One of my...
Yeah, exactly. He's a little background character, but the entire time he's just... He's got the whole Cheech and Chong vibe going. Disconnected from the world, but yeah, man, I know where they are. And then takes 15 minutes to get a sentence out.
Well, he's quite toasty at that point. Quite toasty. I think one of the best scenes in that film, and I think I mentioned this to you before, Christopher Walken's Blue Lou character and Dennis Hopper. That whole interaction between the two of them in the trailer just before he blows Dennis Hopper away.
Yeah.
I thought was probably one of my favorite interactions with Christopher Walken like ever. Just that whole scene between the two of them. And he was so young there. Like,
God, I know. I'm gonna lose my mind when Christopher Walken dies.
I just recently watched him in Hairspray.
Oh my god.
And he looks so old there compared to how he looked in that film.
Wasn't he the dad, father to that girl?
Yes, he was the dad and the husband to John Travolta.
Yeah. Hairspray was crazy.
I didn't watch Hairspray, but I think I need to.
Oh.
Yeah. John Travolta played this big lady.
Well, I mean, I know that.
It was crazy. I love Hairspray.
Hairspray is a good film. I really do like that. I liked both versions of it. Even the Ricky Lake Divine version of Hairspray.
Yeah.
Have you seen that version?
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
The John Waters version of Hairspray?
Yeah.
You are missing something if you haven't seen John Waters, Miss B. John Waters, his films are like, oh. He is like the king of filth. He is for filth what Quentin Tarantino is for ultraviolence. He is.
What's his name?
John Waters. He looks a little creepy. But he worked with Divine frequently. He had a couple of movies that he did with her, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Yeah, it did.
And Nico is currently cussing at something.
What the fuck is going on with my computer?
I don't know.
It's not letting me type shit, and it's just going to this weird coding.
Your computer or your Surface?
My Surface is my computer.
Okay, I don't know.
Fair enough.
You broke it.
I better fucking not have.
No?
This is the only thing I have to use for work, bro.
No, that's not good. You need it. Well, yeah, you do a lot of stuff on that Surface. If that thing busts, do you have a protection plan of any sort on it? Did you get any protection on it?
Fredo did.
Well, maybe you can go get it fixed.
I'm probably gonna have to.
Anyway, as I stretch and yawn in the middle of the podcast, which makes absolutely no sense. Alright. We've stalled. We're in the middle of talking about True Romance. Favorite scene in the movie. I've already given you mine. Blue Lou versus the dad. Okay.
My favorite scene was fucking when this guy was in the room with Slater's wife.
Slater's wife?
Alabama.
Oh, James Gandolfini.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking scream. My computer is driving me insane. What the fuck is going on with this shit? Anyway.
Lulu.
What is his fucking name? Okay, you guys know the scene I'm talking about, right? They're in the hotel room. This guy walks in. He finds Alabama and starts like beating the shit out of her. Like, oh, where the fuck is my cocaine? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's that's Tony Soprano.
When that interaction like first starts out, he's like being all like cutesy with her and everything. Oh, you're so pretty. Here, give me a little twirl, and then punches her in the fucking face. Where the fuck is my shit?
No, I honestly, I didn't realize that was Tony Soprano the first time that I watched that movie. He looked so young and kind of thin.
Yeah.
You know? Because he put on a lot of weight.
Yeah.
He did.
No, that was probably a very good scene. Her defending herself against him.
Yeah, no, it was great. Fucking the entire time she's just like she looks like she's about to say something and she's just like, haha, fuck you.
Spits in his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
you all.
Virgil, that was the name.
Virgil? Yes.
Yeah, the James Gandolfini character.
Your favorite scene, Mr.
Oh.
Omar.
Kinda. I enjoyed all of the characters in that movie. I have forgotten how much I liked it. No, my favorite gotta be Dracula.
Scene, not character, Omar.
Oh, I thought you said the character. Oh, definitely when Virgil shows up to beat the shit out of him.
I think second favorite scene would probably be the interaction between, oh God, what is his name? Why am I forgetting his name now? Christian Slater's character. The
Worley something.
Clarence and Drexel. That whole scene where he's liberating Alabama's belongings.
Yeah,
he went to relieve her of her contract by killing him.
But it was not my favorite scene for Christian Slater. It was because of the fact that I loved Drexel Spivey, that character, so much. Even that interaction where they're talking about with Samuel L. Jackson in the hotel room, right? And he picks up the shotgun. Imagine this is your girl, and you're you.
Yeah, and it just blows everyone away.
Right?
Such a big cast, though.
It's a fantastic cast. It really is. I appreciate the movie for just how widely known most of the cast members are now, in spite of the fact that back then they were not quite as widely known. And the guy that directed this movie actually directed some pretty damn big movies, so this was kind of under the radar for him. He directed Days of Thunder, Crimson Tide. There was a couple of others that were off the top of my head that I can't remember right now. Or I guess they're not off the top of my head anymore. They're gone from my head.
Oh, we should do a Natural Born Killers episode.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
That is Now,
that's a good movie.
I think that's a rental, though, now. I don't think we can just watch it. I don't think it's just available anywhere. Yeah? Motherfucker?
Yeah, for sure. Andrew, no dead silence, guys.
We're trying not to dead silence. Let's move on to the next movie. Let's move on to the next movie.
Let's talk about fucking Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Clowns to the left of me, Jokers to the right.
You got a great fucking cast for this shit, too.
Oh my god, you had everybody from Quentin Tarantino, Steve Buscemi, I believe Michael Madsen was in it, Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth,
Lawrence Tierney, Randy Brooks, Kirk Baltz, Edward Bunker.
Ed Bunker, the author.
Yeah, no, it was that was
Keitel.
Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel and Tim Roth would actually go on to be in other Quentin Tarantino movies as well. I think Keitel was he not in Jackie Brown, and he was also in From Dusk Till Dawn. And I think Tim Roth also went on to be in the very beginning of Pulp Fiction, and he was in oh God, what is the name of the movie? 4 Rooms, which is probably one of the worst Quentin Tarantino films I've ever seen.
I've heard about it. I haven't seen 4 Rooms.
I didn't watch that one.
It's right up my alley. It's a bad movie. It was comedically bad.
One of those. Trying to be funny, but not really.
Oh man, I've seen Harvey Keitel in like a lot of shit. He's always been a great fucking
great actor. He's Mean Streets.
Yeah.
Oh God, I've seen a lot of Harvey Keitel, and is he even doing anything anymore? I mean, he's got to be up there in age.
He was in did you see The Irishman?
Yes, that was a good movie. That's right.
He was in it.
He's still coming out with new shit.
It was in it, and he played a guy that in real life didn't look nothing like him, and I believed him.
he's got two things coming out this year, and another one that's undecided. Just Noise, Lanxi, Fatima.
Oh God, he's got a lot coming out.
Live Fast, Die Laughing.
He's also
he's a pretty good actor.
He's still working a lot.
He's also
got shit that comes out every year.
The guy, he's kind of like Nicolas Cage, except for I respect Harvey Keitel more.
No. Hold the fucking phone and
Can
give
I
the
finish?
phone to me.
Let me finish. Let me finish my thought before you bite my head off. Let me finish my thought.
We are not going to put Nicolas Cage and Harvey Keitel in the same category.
Didn't
whatsoever.
Bear with me. Bear with me. I was trying to say that he's kind of like Nicolas Cage in the way that he puts out several movies a year instead of just one. He is constantly trying to work, so he's constantly pumping stuff out.
He's very prolific.
I was complimenting him.
Let's say he's Nicolas Cage with a better work record.
Oh yeah.
Better work record, better acting, better everything. Maybe not as much of a piece of shit, but maybe, I don't know. I can't vouch for that one.
Yeah,
but he looks like a guy who's not a piece of shit.
I don't think it is.
No. So, this film, I think I love the opening.
Dogs? I don't know. I mean, they're both fucking classics. Reservoir Dogs is just like, your typical fucking group heist movie that goes wrong.
It's like a group heist gangster film almost. And when I say gangster, I'm like mafioso gangster, not boys in the hood.
And fucking like nobody knows each other. They're giving each other, they get fucking like colors for names.
Mr. Orange, Mr. Pink, Mr. Black.
Half of them fucking die, and the other half kills themselves in a shootout because they can't figure out who's the rat.
Quentin Tarantino died for a stupid reason.
Yeah, I know.
Like the dumbest
crashed the car and fucking face planted on the wheel.
Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. All right, leave him there. Oh no, I love Quentin Tarantino. Don't get me wrong, but like the less of him in a movie, sometimes the better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, something about him.
It's really weird with the foot stuff.
The only movie that I saw that I like really liked him in, and he played the ultra rapey, ultra creepy character Seth Gecko in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Exactly.
The brother who eventually
really weird with the foot stuff.
Oh yeah, to the point that Selma Hayek's character poured whiskey down her leg, down her toe, and into his mouth.
Yeah, it was gross.
Shortly before killing him.
Hey man, people are into that shit.
He had Quentin
Tarantino tends to put it a little too much into his films. But anywho, what was you guys' favorite scene from this movie? Because mine was the very last scene where he's like holding the cop's head after he fucking admits that he was the rat, and fucking he's sitting there like, I vouched for you, you piece of shit, and shoots him in the head in front of all the other cops and then gets shot.
My favorite scene for Reservoir Dogs had to be when they called in Harvey Keitel, who is supposed to be the fixer, the cleaner, whatever. And he basically just comes in and starts telling them what to do, and they lose it.
Yeah.
You remember that, they needed to clean up that whole thing. So they call him in, and he looks at everything and starts telling them, you do this, you do that. And everybody thought, they was calling in this guy, paying him a whole bunch of money to basically make it look like nothing happened there.
Wait, Harvey Keitel was already in the building.
Yeah.
Who was it that they called to tell them to clean the scene up?
Let's see. Was it Mr. Blonde? Michael Madsen?
I think it was Mr. Blonde, yes.
It
wasn't Mr. Blonde.
The guy that cuts off the other dude's ear and ties him up in the chair in the middle of the warehouse.
Wasn't it, Mr. Blonde.
Vic
is that what it's... Yeah, Michael Madsen's character. Was it Vic? Is that what they called him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Vic Vega.
Harvey Keitel. I just looked it up. The Wolf. Let me see. Vince the Wolf is a supporting character. Oh no, this is Pulp Fiction. But no, Vince the Wolf was in Pulp Fiction, but Harvey Keitel was the cleaner in Reservoir Dogs. Yeah.
That is right.
Let me see. I'm confusing them.
No, you were right.
Okay.
But Harvey Keitel was also in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
He was. Was he in Pulp Fiction as well? Wow, they used Harvey Keitel in a lot of his films then.
I can't remember.
He was also really an asshole in Pulp Fiction too.
Well, he kind of plays the asshole character pretty well. Even his priest character from Dusk Till Dawn was kind of an asshole.
If you see The Irishman...
So, hang on. Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction are, like, tied into each other? Because, Vic Vega is Vincent Vega's brother.
Oh,
John Travolta's brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was like a continuation.
They have been confirmed by Tarantino as being brothers. Mr. Blonde's real name being Vic Vega. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they're tied.
Yeah. Okay. I think my favorite scene is the scene with Michael Madsen and the cop. That initial scene where he starts carving the cop up was probably my favorite scene.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. These are both fucking classics, and there's so much to say about it, but we're not saying anything about it. It's just like,
I mean,
it's one of those weekends.
I think
it's been one of those weekends the past 5 weeks.
Right. Well, the problem is like we're not gathering indoors anymore. We're gathering in separate houses. It's a little tougher to keep up a conversation when you're not really able to physically look the person in the face. You're looking at a computer screen.
Yeah.
And the audio's way off, so sometimes you're talking too loud and sometimes you're talking too soft. It just happens. Heartburn?
A little bit. I don't know. I got a bubble in my lung.
Bubble in your lung?
It was weird. It's a weird feeling. It goes away after a second.
Okay.
Anyway.
Worst part of the movies.
Silence again.
Of both movies.
Oh.
The worst scene you felt, or worst element from either one of those movies.
Okay, the interaction between Vic Vega and Larry during Reservoir Dogs when they first meet, when Vic Vega walks in, he's what was the you gonna bark all day, little doggy, or you gonna bite? That was so fucking cheesy.
Yeah, super cheesy.
I hated it.
As bad as it's gonna sound, my least favorite line in both movies was probably from Gary Oldman. And that was when he's standing over Clarence's body after beating him down, and he goes, "Was it White Boy Day?" "No, man, I don't think it was White Boy Day." And I'm like, the words coming out of his mouth.
You are a white boy.
The words coming out of his mouth.
Was it White Boy Day?
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah.
Okay, so I think
it might have been White Boy Day.
My least favorite scene, I mean, not really so much scene, but the way, oh god, what's her fucking name?
What's her name?
Patricia Arquette. The way Patricia Arquette fucking, tried to fight off this dude in the hotel room.
Right.
She's, sitting there with a fucking corkscrew, it's so dumb. Bro, grab something heavier.
Well, she's obviously not a fighter. She's just...
Neither am I, but damn. Grab something heavy, not a fucking corkscrew. Shove the corkscrew. Yeah, I guess she shoved the corkscrew in his fucking foot, but
Well, you don't have to be a fighter. You don't have to be a fighter for when you find yourself in a situation when you got no choice but fight. You're gonna fight.
It's exactly. You don't have to be one of these fucking like super talented fucking MMA fighters to defend yourself.
Exactly.
Fucking, you look for an opening, you take that opening. She had plenty of opportunity to shove that shit right into the dude's eye and be rid of that whole being thrown around the apartment fucking endeavor.
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy.
So if you watch the movie, she played her role kind of to a T if you think about it, even through that scene where she could not fight. She is the atypical lover, not a fighter. She was the girl that she was a prostitute, basically the girl that used her feminine. Even still.
Depending on her work, those 4 days could have had a lot of experience.
That's very true.
I mean,
depending on the calls.
I mean, all of this stuff happened within like what, a week?
Yeah, everything was like pretty fast amount of time.
They meet, they fuck, they get married, and then they go through this whole fucking mobster issue.
Well, they took the drugs.
Well, yeah.
Bronson Pinchot in that movie. What did you think of him?
Okay.
That's the liaison between Michael Rappaport and Lee.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about.
Oh God, I forgot his name. That's a name that I could not forget for a few minutes, and then now I'm forgetting it. Like while I'm in the middle.
Elliot
Spitzer or something like that. Blitzer. Elliot Spitzer is what came to my mind because it's oh God, who's Elliot Spitzer? God,
I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna have to look that up. But
you're gonna have to.
The name was very familiar. I'm like, that sounds like it was stolen. Somebody stole that.
Yeah, no, it's Elliot Blitzer, and I hated his character. He's such a fucking pussy.
He was.
Him crying after the roller coaster. He looked so horrible, just crying the entire way through.
Crying and vomiting and crying some more after he gets caught by the cops. And then telling his little prostitute to shove his drugs down her fucking pants. Like, no, bitch.
Well.
Elliot Blitzer.
Alright. And both of these movies were very heavily drug-laden. They were.
Yeah.
Even Tim Roth's entire thing about having to hide the pot on him while the dog's barking at him in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That was kind of classic. Dumb cops through and through, but classic.
I also really like Saul Rubinek's character in True Romance.
So, okay, who's that?
Lee.
Okay, yes. Lee's character was atypical Hollywood douche.
Guy.
He was the Hollywood douche guy.
Yeah, but the way he's like screaming at his at Elliot, fucking like he's got like half his mouth shut and he's talking like a fucking like Popeye cartoon character.
He talks like that. If you've seen him in anything else, he talks like that. That's just the way he talks.
Okay, I didn't know if that was like a regular thing. I mean, I've seen him in a few things, and I noticed that he does that like Popeye thing, but
it's like
I didn't know it was everything.
Milo Ventimiglia, is that what his last name is?
I don't know these people.
The guy he was in.
I'm a youngin'.
He played Sylvester Stallone's son in Rocky Balboa, basically. And he also played, oh God. He was in Heroes. He was in The Gilmore Girls. He's also in This Is Us. He's like the main character in This Is Us, the father or whatever, throughout the entire show.
You said he played Sylvester Stallone's son in Rocky?
Yes. Because they look so much alike. They both have the same lip nerve issue.
In Rocky 5?
Yeah, it was a Rocky... No, Rocky Balboa. The movie, it's not a numbered movie. It's literally just Rocky Balboa. Yeah, you're looking for it now.
Sage Stallone.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sage Stallone, right?
He died.
No.
Okay, Milo Ventimiglia.
Okay, I didn't pronounce his last name correctly, but whatever. They all have the same nerve issue with their lips.
Well, you learn something new every day.
All right. Well, that being said, I think we've kind of tied up the remainder of this first half of the podcast. Maybe we can go ahead and slide into the sponsorship. Sponsorships.
Smoke the smoke.
And we shall be back. We shall be back. All right. Welcome back to the second half of our podcast. Thank you for sticking with us through the sponsors and through Omar choking on whatever that was.
Hashtag COVID.
And we have a nice little premise for a movie here today. We're going to go ahead and do a pitch storm. And here is the pitch. A chubby pool boy that dreams of being a porn star must defend their family and farmhouse from a child-eating witch. And the notes here are, 2 grooms are great, but what about 3? So apparently this is a wedding movie.
Okay, I want Jonah Hill, fucking James Franco, and Seth Rogen.
And Seth, the 3 grooms.
And I want Minnie Driver to be the child-eating witch. Minnie Driver does like a good evil stepmother kind of deal.
I was close to Minnie Driver. I had Helena Bonham Carter in my head.
She's also good, but I still.
Who says there has to be
Driver.
one? Who says there has to be one? Lesbian life partner, cannibalistic witches.
Why not? I'm here for it.
And here's the thought I'm having. Okay, so you got Jonah Hill. He's the side story the entire time. The chubby pool boy that wants to be a porn star. He's the side story.
No. I want Jonah Hill and fucking James Franco to be like the main romantic couple, like male couple, and Seth Rogen be the side character, pool boy.
Okay, so Seth Rogen is the side character, pool boy.
He always plays like a leading role.
Yeah.
And Jonah Hill's like usually like a side character, so like I want to switch it up a little bit.
That works.
All right, because my first thought was, you take James Franco. I guess we're going to have Jonah Hill here, and they are actually preparing to wed Minnie Driver and Helena Bonham Carter. There is like a May-December romance going over here because both of them are like cougars compared to the 2 of them.
Yeah.
They're a bit older. And
how about 3 buddies married 3 cougars?
These guys
make the 3rd cougar.
These guys are under this witch's spell, basically because they both have really big families, and they plan on feasting on both wedding parties.
Okay, so hold up. Instead of like the grooms being just like a gay couple and Minnie Driver and this chick, Helena Bonham Carter being a lesbian couple, I want them all to be just like in one giant polyamorous relationship. Like,
oh Lord.
Yeah, just the 5 of them all together and shit. Yeah.
We call that a Royal Rumble.
It's a little much there.
So they're all gonna like marry each other, but like Helena Bonham Carter and Minnie Driver have this like evil plot to fucking like kill them and eat them and shit like that, and fucking serve them up as stew for the next meal at the wedding.
And this week on Evangelical Movie Critics talk about the movie Polyamorous Witches. They're going crazy about it.
Pansexual polyamorous witches. I love it. It'll be
pansexual polyamorous witches.
Polywitches.
There you go. There's the name of our movie. There's the name of our movie.
Witches.
It's one of those really bad movies. Pansexual polyamorous witches in heat. It's just a really bad movie.
Yeah, that's a long ass title. I would say something like Mitch the Poly Witch. One of them, his name is Chell.
Alright, so what else do we got for this?
Okay, we just shortened the whole thing. So what is Seth Rogen's porn star angle here, though? Like, he's the side character, the one that's trying to get into porn as a
He's
chubby
not
pool
making...
boy.
Okay, so, like, he's not making enough money as a pool boy. He needs to, like, expand. He needs to make more money. And his only fucking option right now is really bad porn.
To become the next Ron Jeremy.
And, like, he just kind of, like, accidentally gets into it, but then, like, he doesn't mean to, like, become this big fucking hit on, like, Pornhub and shit, but he becomes this, like, overnight sensation because of his stupid fucking laugh.
Fair enough. So he has a
laugh.
laugh.
Not Pornhub. We're gonna make it OnlyFans, alright? His OnlyFans
the laugh with the money shot.
Yeah, exactly. No, fucking... Seth Rogen's OnlyFans is just him sitting there like... with his stupid fucking laugh. That's it.
Volleyball naked. Cracking up.
So, like, every day fucking Seth comes home from working at the pool. He's sitting there laughing. He starts losing his voice and shit. Fucking, he's looking for a remedy. Alright? So he hears about these witches who, you know, they have all these herbal resources and remedies for everything. Fucking, maybe they can help him fix his voice so he can get back to his OnlyFans fucking job. This is coming along nicely, actually.
Yeah. I don't even need to say anything. You're like making the entire movie.
I'm sorry.
And Omar just walked away. He knows that you're.
I'm about to put on some popcorn.
Okay, so like he shows up to Minnie Driver and fucking Helena Bonham Carter's little cottage in the woods, so to say. It's like on the edge of the woods by a stream. It's like it's this super magical, pretty looking area. And fucking Helena Bonham Carter's like in the back brewing up something in the cauldron. And fucking Minnie Driver answers the door and she's all like cute and fucking bubbly and shit. Fucking, he's like, I need help. And fucking, so like they bring him in and their husbands are sitting there on the couch and like they're just like they all have this really weird vibe going off, and fucking Seth Rogen's just like, what the fuck did I just walk into? And fucking they end up putting him under this like spell or some shit and convince him to like join their polyamorous coven relationship shit. And fucking oh my god, I love this. I need this to happen.
Join our love.
Right? That nothing's better than fucking love, man. And what's better than having more to love?
Join the love.
Right? Well, I mean, if you think about it like Full Monty, the entire movie was about fairly, like, out-of-shape guys basically doing a striptease over in England. So maybe there's a market for, like, him...
There's a market for everything.
In English porn.
Yeah, there's a market for everything, really.
There's a market for everything, buddy.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright, so how do we want to... I guess we'll wrap this up with some, like, red wedding style bullshit fucking. They're all in this big polyamorous relationship, and it's like the four of them on one side with Seth Rogen on the other, fucking marrying into their little relationship shit. And then at the very end, it fucking, like, the end credits is, like, they kill Seth and fucking, like, credits start rolling and you get little scenes of him getting, like, chopped up and cooked into stew and fucking served to, like, the family and children, and everyone's laughing and having a good time. And
right.
That's it.
It's just like the next wedding, but it's the next wedding eating the last wedding, basically.
Yeah.
Next wedding party eating the last wedding party. Okay.
That's crazy.
I guess we went through that in about 8 minutes. Do you want to move on to another one?
I'm sorry.
Enjoy the buffet.
No, go for it, Miss B. This is the first time you've run away with it.
By all means.
You ran away with the whole thing.
That was a good one.
Okay, so
excited we did that together too.
Next premise.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be an OnlyFans.
A group of scientists on the brink of discovering the resurrection of dinosaurs is trapped in a grocery store with a deadly mist that covers their town. And
so Jurassic Park meets The Mist.
Yes, and the Jurassic Park meets The Mist meets the very end of the first was it the first Avengers movie? Let's add an alien invasion in Act 3.
Have some Highlanders.
Okay. So yeah, aliens, dinosaurs, and a killer mist. The killer mist is part of the aliens.
Yeah, the killer mist was sent by the aliens to get ready for them to go around.
Yeah, it's like a sedative. People start passing out, but they're not dead. All right, so like the aliens, they want to like use. Let's make them some like War of the Worlds kind of alien. They want to take your blood and use it as fertilizer for their home or some shit.
They just go in a death-like slumber, but they're not really dead.
Exactly. They need to keep the blood alive and warm. So they paralyze these people with the mist. And then fucking aliens swoop in and start just like abducting people left and right, fucking eating people's brains and shit. I don't know. Ripping heads off and throwing body parts around and fucking the only thing you see is just this giant fog from the grocery store with fucking body parts being thrown around and you got dinosaur sounds in the background.
Okay.
Well, I know who doesn't have a writer's block today.
I feel like a dinosaurs versus aliens movie. Like a really weird like Jurassic Park versus I don't know. Like literally Alien from
Godzilla versus aliens.
All right. So I want to bring Philip Seymour Hoffman back to life for this one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I want to make him the dinosaur scientist, and I want Sigourney Weaver to be like the Chris Pratt character, like that tames the velociraptors and uses them as a weapon against the aliens.
Let's bring Jeff Goldblum too.
Fuck it.
Oh God, I can't remember this guy's name. I'm gonna have to look him up now.
Okay, but while you look for it, let's bring that guy in too.
Bring
I
Johnny.
Want Gary Oldman to be the president, and I want him to like
Who's the president?
Gary Oldman. I want Gary Oldman to be the president, and I want him to pussy out of the whole fucking aliens versus dinosaurs war, and just like go hide in a bunker and wait it out, and fucking I want a fucking
to do a Trump.
Yeah, no, except I want dinosaurs to flood that shit. I want to see. So I don't know what dinosaurs dig, but I want to see some like giant mole type shit, like dig underground and fucking just burst through the bunker walls and fuck shit up. That would be fun. Christopher is still looking up the name of this.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the guy's name. Okay, he was. Have you guys seen the movie Walking Tall with the version with The Rock?
Yeah.
The main bad guy in that movie, the main asshole, I feel is like the one that let the dinosaurs loose. He's like a real prick.
Walking Tall antagonist. Let's not leave any dead silence.
Right? We're trying not to. But it's like I'm looking down at my phone trying to find the guy, and I'm noticing there's like dead silence, but I'm desperately trying to find him.
Is it Jay Hamilton?
Yes, Jay Hamilton. With the weird blue eyes, like they look like an Alaskan sled dog's blue eyes. Just
he's
really
a husky. Fuck. His eyes make me uncomfortable. I got
yeah, they're like deep.
Yes.
Him.
He's got like intense fucking eyes. Of course,
that is a spooky face.
If you actually look at him in Walking Tall, he doesn't look like that. He looked much spookier. Like he's got a hardened look to him now, like serial killer hardened kind of look to his face.
Yeah.
Could you imagine waking up in the middle of the line and that guy has just broke into your house, but he's just standing there drooling, with his eyes looking like this, so goodly.
Okay, so Philip Seymour Hoffman Sigourney Weaver, I fucking like. They're
Sigourney
fighting
Weaver.
aliens. Oh yeah, absolutely. They're fighting aliens with the dinosaurs, and fucking like Sigourney Weaver runs in on a fucking like Triceratops.
So just one of those classic all-star casted disaster movies.
Yeah.
Now you have to put like 1,000 pictures on the billboard of the thing. And you have all these pictures of all these people looking mad worried.
Oh my god, I want to make Uma Thurman the Speaker of the House.
Oh my god, right? She doesn't get a lot of play anymore.
Just, like, flip the fuck out on reporters asking what the fuck is going on.
About to fight him.
Fuck this shit out! I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing.
No?
What do you mean you don't know what's going on?
You know who I want? Oh god, I want a crazy scientist guy. And I don't know if you guys remember who John Glover is.
I feel like I know that.
Okay.
guy.
If you go back to the Smallville television show, he was Lex's father.
Okay, yes, absolutely.
He also played the crazy scientist that ended up creating Uma Thurman's version of Poison Ivy in the Batman and Robin movie.
It did.
Yes.
Word. Yeah, no, fucking Fredo would know all about that.
John Glover is a fantastic actor. He does not get used anywhere near enough.
He's very underrated.
Alright, anything else?
I don't know. How do we want to end this? Do we want the aliens to take over the world and like use everyone's blood as fertilizer? I feel like a good end of the world kind of shit is the way to go out, and then like leave room for like a sequel. People like hiding underground to come back up and fucking fight the aliens again. They're secretly like stealing alien technology to use it against them. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like an appropriate plot twist to something that's already a ludicrous movie.
Yeah.
I want to say, like, the mist is something that the aliens created to subdue the town, and the only way to escape it is to get into an area that is not ventilated at all.
Yep.
So you got people that are basically locking themselves in areas like closets, so on and so forth, plugging the holes, and you got to get into something that is literally not ventilated. And I want to say a big scene in the town should take place inside of a bank vault, and there's air just... There's not enough air for everybody that's in there, and so they're slowly suffocating and they can't get out.
I like it. I want a fucking T-Rex to... No. It's always a T-Rex. What's the one with the giant ball thing on his tail?
Oh god, a Stegosaurus? Is that what it is? No.
No, those are the ones with the plates over their backs.
Yeah, no. What is it? I don't know.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's got
guy
like
with the hard head and the fucking...
It's got like a fin on its back, and then it's got that rock for a tail. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Let me look this up. What's the dinosaur? Keep talking, guys.
I'm thinking.
Talk among yourselves.
I'm trying to talk amongst myself.
God
myself.
Damn it.
I am not good at carrying on banter by myself.
Ankylosaurus. Okay.
Stegosaurus? Not Stegosaurus?
No, an Ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus, okay.
Hold up. He's ball sack on his tail. Oh, there it is. It's sending into chat. There you go.
I see, okay.
Alright, I want one of these guys to just, like, burst through the windows at the grocery store and just fuck everything up.
That's just like they think they're safe.
Yep. Everyone thinks they're safe. You know, aliens and dinosaurs are running past, and then you see this big motherfucker like fighting off. I don't know, some little like tiny carnivores, dinosaur, whatever fuckers. You know the ones I'm talking about, the little tiny ones that fucking attacked the little girls on the first Jurassic Park.
Oh, the Velociraptors.
No, they were the tiny ones.
Tiny ones. What were they called?
No, I don't fucking remember. I'm not going to look it up because then there's going to be more dead air. But you guys know the ones I'm talking about, right? Okay. So I want the Ankylosaurus to be like trying to fight off all these little fuckers that are like swarming on him, and he just like charges through the grocery store fucking windows and just starts throwing people across the fucking building with his tail. And like that whole fucking like mist starts pouring in, and the mist, it doesn't affect the dinosaurs. No. They're good.
I say that they didn't want to control the dinosaurs. It was only designed to subdue the humans.
Yep.
They're basically kind of like our witches from the last movie. They're looking to subdue the humans and eat them all. They are a feast. Yes. Or use them as fuel for their ship.
Exactly.
Could be fuel. Blood is fuel.
Blood is everything to them.
Yep.
Yes,
blood is not just food.
That ends the whole like grocery store scenario.
Okay, so what's going on in the bank vault? we got a bank vault too, and I say
these are just like the beginning scenes of the movie where like shit starts really going down.
I want to say nobody escapes the bank vault. So basically, you keep popping back to these people slowly dying in a bank vault, and when they finally pop it open, everybody's dead. Like nobody's alive.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Right.
But like I don't want it to be focused on just like one specific person.
Oh, it should be focused on different areas around town, not just the grocery store. You got the bank vault.
Around the world.
Oh, around the world.
Like global invasion.
Global invasion. But it's one specific town that the whole thing's focused on.
Yeah.
Of course, you get John Glover's mad scientist.
You're jumping to like scenes of like the president going to hide in a bunker, and you got Uma Thurman telling press to fuck off because the world's ending. Fucking yeah. I just want like random scenes.
It's like all over the world. Like everybody's panicking. You see random little things. You know, you get something from Japan, something from the middle of Russia. You know, just everywhere. I want John Glover to be a crazy Russian scientist, alongside of another scientist played by a now aged Jean Reno.
Okay.
Because I love him. And the other guy. There's one other guy that we need to add to the crazy scientist team. The Russian guy from. He's in like so many fucking movies, but he was recently. The most recent one that I can think of was Armageddon. He played the Russian cosmonaut in Armageddon.
Hang on.
Well,
now you think
that.
Peter Stormare.
Peter Stormare, okay.
Let me pull up his face.
Peter Stormare. Yeah, I found him.
Quiet, dead air. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Oh, okay, it's Happy.
Happy?
Oh, not Happy, but it's the guy from Happy.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I love this guy. This guy's awesome.
Okay, yeah, he's funny as hell, too. He really is. He's one of my favorite kind of bit characters. Kind of right up there with not John Oldman, Gary Oldman. What the fuck's wrong with me?
Oh my god, Chris.
Oh my god?
Wait, was he? Oh my god. Wait, was he in Happy? Is this the same guy? Am I wrong? Was I wrong?
That's Christopher Maloney it was in Happy.
Oh my god. They've got a similar fucking face. It's not really. He's not a similar face. It's the like hungover look that he's got in this fucking picture on IMDb. Look at that. You can't tell me that doesn't look like the guy from Happy.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. No, that is him. That is him.
Is it?
That is him. Yes.
Yeah, that's him.
I'm gonna look it up and be sure, because I don't know. His face looks like thinner than the guy on Happy. Hang on. Oh my god.
Cosmonaut.
Nope, it's Christopher Maloney. Very different person.
Christopher Maloney from Law and Order?
Loading screen. This guy.
Yep. From Law and Order.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
And
Yeah.
Man of Steel,
Christopher Maloney. Yeah,
Sin
Maloney is from
City.
like the original Law and Order. Oh no, he was SVU.
No, from
sorry.
SVU.
SVU, not the original.
From
Christopher
from the
Noth.
series Oz. He played a main character in Oz. He was a very good actor.
Yeah, no, but this looks like that Peter dude.
Yeah, it does. He looks pissed
Right.
off. Like, thoroughly pissed off.
Yeah.
It's a
Like
good
all
show.
the time.
Anyway, so how are we going to wrap this up?
I think we just did.
Just Armageddon?
I think, like, pure bedlam. I don't think this is a movie that ends well. I think this is a movie that goes to a sequel of people hiding from the aliens.
I like it.
So the sequel is
Trying to
basically them
figure out how
plotting
to
to
live
take
in
the
the-
world back.
Yeah, trying to figure out how to live in the world now that it's, like, taken over.
This is like ID4, except for humanity does not win.
Yeah.
Not in the first movie, anyway. You gotta watch the second movie. Kind of like the last set of Harry Potter movies. Something to that nature.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
We're not gonna liken Harry Potter to dinosaurs and aliens. Okay. So, I guess with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the back end of our podcast. Our podcasts have been getting shorter and shorter lately.
that. Oh my
And
goodness.
it's COVID wariness. We are all sitting in separate rooms
Yeah.
trying to figure things out.
It
And
is.
we'll figure it out once we get back in houses. I'm waiting on my lounge chairs. Once I get them in here, y'all are more than welcome to come over.
Word.
Definitely.
We don't go anywhere. You're safe. You can wear masks
Yeah, I
if you
don't
don't feel
ever do
comfortable.
anything. But I am staying away from people this coming week because I've been sick last week. I don't know if it was like a head cold or something, but I'm gonna stay away from people for like another week or so before I like interact.
Definitely.
That's probably a good idea anyway.
Yeah.
Stay away from people for a little bit. All right. On behalf of myself, Mr. Omar, and Miss B, thank you for sitting here and listening to all the dead air between us talking. And we do hope you
Seriously,
have
dude.
We need to have a fourth. The fourth is the one that fills the dead air. It's almost like if Spooky had shown up tonight, we'd have no dead air. You know?
Yeah, but
If Junie was
Yeah,
here, we'd
people
have no
got
dead
lives.
air. Oh no, I'm just saying that's why we had a fourth to begin with, because a 4-part conversation is usually good enough to keep the conversation flowing.
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
All right, and thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening, and if you don't like us, I don't care. Bye.